Okay, so the foam roller is a great tool to help you to either to warm up or to recover. That's a couple of things. The main thing, it's like a deep tissue massage, so it's going to increase blood flow to the tissue. So if you have a particular muscle that's chronically tight or stiff, the warmer it is, the more blood flow to that area, the looser it's going to feel. So it's gonna help you to get into a better position. So if you're trying to squat and your legs are warmed up, your hips are warmed up, you're gonna be able to squat hopefully a little bit deeper. So I love using the foam roller at the beginning of the workout with my people or at home for active recovery. So let's start from the bottom up. All right, so we'll start with the calves. And when I'm doing this, I'll spend about 30 seconds per muscle area, sometimes longer, depending on what I'm working on. So the calves, so you can kind of keep your butt on the ground and just massage it like this. It's a little challenging to get because you can't get much pressure. In order to get more pressure on this area, it's going to require a little bit of strength. So I stack my legs and then I lift my butt up with a dip. So now I can get in there, keeping my butt off the ground slightly. So just rolling around the inside of the calf, the middle, and then also don't forget the outside, right? You want to get every square inch, and you're looking for that particular area that's going to make you jump a little. So right here is the spot for me. It's tight, it's painful. I'm going to sit here for 15, 30 seconds. Breathe on it until the pain becomes a little more manageable. And you can also take your toes and stretch it out while holding that spot. Point and flex. And it actually already feels a lot better. So I'm going to move on. Up the leg. So same thing for the hamstrings. Another tough area to get good pressure, but better than the calves. So you're just rolling, forward and back. I'm just going to focus on the top half right now. Just the top half of my hammies, right where the bottom of the glute is, and to halfway down the meaty part of the thigh here. And you also want to get the inside and shift your weight around and get the outside. So now hold it middle of the thigh, back the leg, and then we're going to go all the way down to the knee, right? Because your hamstring inserts across that knee joint. That's what causes your knees to bend, right? Deflection. So it's massaging it out, and this feels pretty good. So my trouble area for the hammy is up high. That's where I really feel the stiffness. So now, up the leg, we have your glutes, your hip area. So you can start by just keeping your feet on the ground. I keep one arm behind me for balance, and I'm gonna massage that tissue. This feels really good right here. Oh yeah. This one isn't bad. And if you want to get a deeper row, take your ankle, right foot, cross it over your left knee. And I'm going to hold it here. Whoa, almost lost my balance. That's okay. And now you're just rolling back and forth. It kind of just opens up the hips. You can get into different areas of your glutes that's hidden. And this feels pretty nice as well. We're almost there. The last thing that we're going to do is get the TFL area, the side of the hip. We're going to get into a plank position, and then I take my left leg, I step over the top, and then I'm just going to massage the side of my hip here. And then I like to also go side to side on that area. Get it from every angle, right? The tissue will respond differently to the different pressures and cross frictions that you may give it. So have some fun, explore. You might find that you may need to spend more time in a particular area. Everyone's got their sweet spots. All right. And then we'll finally get the front of the legs, the quads. This one is usually pretty painful, but it feels good at the same time. So here we go. So you can start with both quads on the roller. And then if you can tolerate that, go ahead and put all your weight on one leg. So I have just the right leg on, the left leg is off that roller. You see that? So it's just my right leg. And I'm using my elbows, my legs to kind of help me get some nice, long rows. And then you can focus on just the bottom half, halfway down the thigh to the above the knee. You want to avoid at all costs going over the knee because that's gonna hurt like really bad. Don't recommend it. And this one hurts. So a nice little trick. I found a spot that's really tight. I can feel it's kind of like uncomfortable. It's tight. I'm gonna take my heel and I'm gonna bend it. I'm gonna flex it. Try to bring it all the way down to my butt. Straighten it out. You'll repeat that, I don't know, 3, 5, 10 times. It really depends. So it's already loosening up. It's starting to feel a lot better. And I'm good, right? So it's four reps maybe. Now I'm gonna keep scanning, keep looking. Ooh, it hurts. But once you're done with this, you feel like spaghetti. You're nice and loose. And don't forget to get the inside and the outside. You get the idea now. So now let's do the left side. So we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna stack my legs. Oh yeah. Hope this is feeling just as good for you at home, because this feels amazing. Good. I shoot this every day, especially after a tough workout, whether you're going for a long run or you had a tough workout at the gym. It's a good idea to get in here and massage. It's a little bit of a workout too, because you're holding your weight up and you're moving around. You definitely get the core temperature up. So that's one of the reasons I do like it at the beginning of the workout. It gets you moving, and obviously you're loosening up and you're becoming more aware, more connected with your body as you're doing this, right? You get your mind ready to work. You're not thinking about what's going on at home. You're focusing on, what's in front of you. It's a great mental escape. Okay, so I'm working my way up. And like I said, you don't have to spend, a half hour doing this. This is probably gonna take us less than 5 minutes, because the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, the more intentional and more specific you're gonna be with getting your spots. So I know where I need to go, my troubled areas, the little nooks and crannies, and I'll hang out there and get right to the point. So I'm gonna shift my hip, right, and play around. Right here's a good spot for me. I can just sit here, breathe a little bit, do a couple of small rolls, and we'll move on. Last but not least, the quads. And I'm gonna go just with one leg on. Small little rolls. I mix it up. I go small. I go slow sometimes. Sometimes I just focus on one area. So really there's no wrong way of doing it. And if you find a spot, it really feels awesome to hold it here and to bend that knee. Oh yeah. And then once the pain subsides a little bit, becomes more tolerable, you know you're good. And then roll over the area again. Feels pretty good. So that's the lower half. And then for the upper body, we can get into your lats, right? That big wing muscle here. Because if that's tight, that's gonna pull your shoulders forward. And and we spend a lot of time sitting behind a computer, and we all need to walk a little taller. And sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you try to walk like this, if these muscles are tight, it's gonna keep pulling you back. It's a battle that you're not gonna win. So let's hit it real quick, right in here. And this one is my least favorite because it hurts pretty bad. So same stance, kind of like a side plank, foot's on the ground, and then however you can, pull and drag. This isn't very graceful or pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but it's an evil necessity. So rolling it around. And if you find any spots here, you can sit on it, you can rock your body side to side, and then you can even stretch, and then here it goes. Here comes the pain. Lift, reach. That wasn't too bad. That was pretty dramatic. But I guess I'm feeling all right today. Normally I'm kind of like crying when I do this. All right. Feels pretty good, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. So this is quick, guys. Don't think you have to sit here for a whole, a lot of time. Let's get in, get out. Just because it may only take you 2 minutes, it doesn't mean that it's any less effective. So I'm rocking forward and back, and then you can go up and down. Sometimes I'll grab the roller, and I can assist it by kind of just rolling it. It helps. Shift around. And we're done here. And then my favorite, this is my reward. You're gonna put this in your upper back, middle of your back, and you're gonna roll forward and back, roll forward and back, and you might hear some cracking and popping. I usually do. It feels awesome. I love when my back cracks. I was that kid in school. I'm still that person right now. You give me a desk with good support, I'm gonna be cracking my back over that bad Larry. Just feels good. And then you're opening up your pecs. Again, we're talking about if you sit a lot at that computer, you're gonna be rounded, so this is gonna give you a little more flexibility, mobility in your spine. And you're stretching your pecs out a little bit. Another muscle that's chronically tight. The next video will show you some stretches to address those troubled areas. And then, so yeah, that's it. If you have any questions with this, feel free to shoot me a message, and I can definitely help you out. I'll catch you guys for the stretching piece. All right, later.